Hello YouTubers, welcome to the very first JC Sports Show. Now before I start, let me just tell you a little bit about this JC Sports YouTube channel. Well, it's about sports, I guess, because, well, it's called JC Sports, so what else is it going to be? This channel is going to be covering all sports, like football, motor racing, golf, Quidditch, exciting stuff like that. This video I'm going to be focusing on football. There was two very big finals on May the 17th. That was the Scottish Cup final and the FA Cup final. I'm going to be talking more about the Scottish Cup final because I was there at the match and I saw it and I know more about it. But I will try my best with the FA Cup final. So the Scottish Cup final was held at Glasgow in Celtic Park. No, wait a minute, I got that wrong. So the Scottish Cup final was held at Celtic Park in Glasgow. That makes more sense. I was in the front row, sitting on very wet seats. The front row is the place where you have more of a risk of getting your teeth knocked out by the ball. Well, maybe not quite as extreme as that, but yeah, Celtic Park is massive. And I think the best thing about Celtic Park is the big screens. I know it doesn't seem that much, but I think they're pretty wicked. But before I start talking about the game, let's first take a look at some of the best players of St Johnstone and Dundee United this season. Starting off with St Johnstone, I have chosen one player. I think you guys will all know who that is. It's striker Stevie May. May is of course number 17. He's scored a lot of goals, so I think he's definitely the best player in St Johnstone right now. Now moving on to Dundee United. It was a hard decision, but I've chosen three players from Dundee United. Starting with the youngest, we have Ryan Gauld, which I like to call him the mini Messi. He is number 19, the attacking midfielder. He may be small, but he has a large brain. He's a genius. And he makes me feel really old, because he's like 11 months younger than me. Moving on to the left-back star, number 26, Andrew, or Andy Robertson, which I like to call him Android Robertson. Not many people can do what he could do, which was run right across the pitch and score a goal. And it's hard to believe that Drewy has come from Queen's Park and to United, who are the fourth biggest Premier League football club, I think, and to a full Scotland squad. Now moving on to this guy. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Many people say his name differently from others. For his first name, it's either Nadia, Nadio, or Nadia. For his surname, it's either Cici, Cici, or Jeffji. Or if you're Sean Connery, it would probably be Schnodio Schniffney. But I just like to call him the guy with the beard. So, he is number 21. I think he's incredible because he scored the most goals for Dundee United this season. And he certainly deserves a place on my list of best players. Now moving on to the game. So, the game started off at 0-0, as it always does. It took a while for either of the teams to score, but eventually Stephen Anderson scored for St Johnstone, making it 1-0. Stevie May seemed to have forgotten what game he was playing when he pushed the ball with his hand into the goal. Obviously that goal was disallowed and he was given a yellow card. Stephen McLean scored the second goal for St Johnstone. There's quite a lot of Stevens in St Johnstone, isn't there? I think they should rename the club St Stephenstone or something. I don't know. Dundee United had a couple of unlucky misses by Ryan Doe and the guy with the beard, Nadia Shifji. St Johnstone ended up winning for the first time in their first cup final. I have to say all the guys did really well. The final result then, St Johnstone 2 and Dundee United 0. Now we are going to move on to the FA Cup final. Okay, so the FA Cup final was held at Wembley Stadium in London. And it was Arsenal versus Hull City. It was a pretty exciting game. Hull City looked promising by drawing with Arsenal. Then it went into extra time. Arsenal took the lead by scoring their third goal. Hull City, I think, played extremely well against Arsenal. The final result then, Arsenal 3, Hull City 2. I don't know which players scored in the FA Cup, but I do know one of the players was Aaron Ramsey, who plays for Arsenal, so well done to him. That's it for this JC Sports programme. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and bye YouTubers.